Hey guys, welcome to my very first journal flip through. I have tried filming this quite a few times now. I wanted to film it earlier in the day so I can get some natural lighting and hopefully, show you guys a little bit better and better lighting because I really did not want to do it by a lamp. But here we are, we're doing it cash. I've got a cute cup of coffee, it's a bunny, and the desk is a mess. I don't know if yours looks like this, but like, hello, washi tape is everywhere, and yeah, we're just gonna make this casual and fun. All right, so I really wanted to show you guys how I've progressed in my journaling. I used to actually not put a whole lot in there. It used to be mostly writing. And this is the one that I actually started putting things in. I always wanted, this might sound weird, I always wanted a journal where I could look back and like kind of interact with it, pull things out, like unfold a letter or a note or whatever, something cool like that. But anyhow, so this is what we're starting with. This beaded one, I loved when I first got it. Some of the beads are actually coming off. I don't know if you can see it there or if the camera will focus at all. I don't know. Anyway, it looks awful. I feel bad for it, but anyway, I remember seeing this at Borders ages ago. Like I was 16 or 17 when I bought this, and I'm 29 now, so you do the math. But yeah, this is one of those. And if I go off to the side here, it's just because, it's private. Of course, these videos are a little bit tricky because, you don't want to accidentally show anything you don't want to show and all that kind of stuff. So anyway, this was a journal that has the natural handmade paper, and it has actually these awesome, I don't think the camera's really picking it up, but like confetti pieces. And I thought that was really cool. I used to love these handmade pages in journals, and I would definitely say I've moved away from that kind of a style. Let me see what I can show you guys here in this. I had this journal for about 3 years. I started it in 2005, and the last entry was in 2007. That's how long it used to take me to get through journals, and even then I was a journal addict and collected journals, and it would take me forever to get through them. Now it takes me an average of 2 to 3 months. So we've definitely stepped it up. This David Sellers, that's my husband. Yeah, it says here we were together for 4 years as of this date, and we're high school sweethearts for those of you who don't know. And now we've been married we just celebrated our 5-year wedding anniversary. I think it was last week. So that's awesome. I love that we have that long history, and that, I've been journaling for that long. I've been journaling since the beginning of, I've been journaling since I was 8. So it's cool that I have the history of our relationship kind of in the pages of my journals there, or diaries, or whatever you want to call them. And I think at this point I wrote this in because obviously it was Easter, but I had it for so long that I was just done. I really wanted to move on. I didn't even finish. I mean, I have like pages and pages of blank pages that I never finished, and I never will finish, because once I'm done with the journal, I'm done. I don't go back, but I usually try to finish it as much as I can. And then here's the picture that I put in. It's the first picture that second picture that I ever put in of myself in a journal. The first one is further in, yeah, I guess that's what you want to call it. Anyway, in this journal. And I just kind of wanted to put in a picture of me around the time when I was writing in this journal. And that one was probably one that I sent to my husband, then boyfriend at the time, via camera phone. Those flip phones, those ancient things that we used to have. And then this was a note from my mom that I actually put in here. And it was the first time I had ever put in a note from somebody in a journal. So, yeah, there's that. I think there's a few other things in here. Let me see what we have here. Oh, see, look, just writing, using up a page. I'm sure some of you guys can relate. You just get to a point where you just want to fill the page. You don't care what's in it or on it, whatever. And this is from MySpace. Yeah, a picture from MySpace. Okay, this was the first picture that I put in of myself. Because I again, just wanted to remember what I looked like around that time. Oop. Default picture of MySpace. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember MySpace? Seems like such a long time ago. I think that's pretty much it in this journal. Yeah, so we're gonna move on to the next one, which was this one. This one also took me about 3 years to get through. That just seems crazy to me now. But in the 3 years that I was using the journals, you definitely build a relationship. You know, they just, I don't know, it just, there's something about journaling, they just seem like friends. Yeah. And I don't think, I feel like I could elaborate on that point more, but like my brain stopped working right after I said it. Do you guys ever have a moment like that? Okay, so I didn't really put much in this. It was mostly all writing, but like some stickers from a bridal convention that I went to. There was something from a blog. No, that was from MySpace. Didn't they have like a blog or something on MySpace, or like a journal? I don't know. You could like write stuff on MySpace. It was kind of like a blog. I don't really remember what it was. That was the first time I voted. November 4th, 2008. And the very next day, my husband, that's when he proposed. So that's a fun memory. And I think there's one more thing in here. I think I stuck a sticker in here. There was a booth where you could take pictures. It was like a photo booth, and it would print out as stickers. Does that make sense? I don't know. And my brother and I, we did that one day, and I stuck one of them in here. I'm really hoping to find it. Ah, found it. Oh, the camera won't really pick it up. There it goes. Yeah, that's my brother. He looks really Asian there. Maybe I shouldn't say that. I don't know. Is that politically correct? I don't know. But anyway, so we were just being our awesome selves there in that picture. So that was pretty much it for that journal. Then we moved into this one, and I think I also got this one at Borders. I miss Borders. Does anyone else miss Borders? They had the best journals. In fact, I remember saying that in front of somebody who worked at like Barnes & Noble. Like, oh, their journals suck here or something like that, which they don't. And she gave me the nastiest look. Anyway, it says, my favorite old car had no reverse gear. It taught me I could only go forward. Now, that is pretty, well, it's a good quote, obviously, and it was something that I definitely needed as I was going through this journal, because there was a lot of stuff going on in my life at the time where it was just important to keep going. And this was the first journal where I started putting in mementos, and I don't really want to go through this one just because, like, friends' wedding information and stuff like that were in here. And I don't know, just more private stuff that I just don't want to show. And then we have this one. This is the one that I started the Diary Library Instagram with. It's like a pearlescent color. I don't know if you can really tell. And I remember getting this at Borders back when I was like 17 or 18, knowing full well that I really wanted to marry my husband. And I thought I would save it for when I got married because of the color. It just reminded me of that. Does anyone else do that? I feel like such a freak for saying that. But anyway, that's us on our wedding day. And yeah, this was when I started putting in pictures to help tell the story. And it was also, I started writing in it after our wedding, but I stopped. I did a few entries and then I stopped writing because it was just the same stuff, you know, all the time. And I thought it just wasn't worth writing about anymore. So I put my journals away and lost interest for 4 years, which really makes me sad because journaling really does it means a lot to me. So yeah, anyway, so we started writing again. This was back in May when I got my new guitar, fully intending on learning how to play again, because I used to play in high school. And yep, it's in the corner. It's waiting for me to pick it up and start. I tried teaching myself a little bit, but it just got a little frustrating. I don't know why, my brain just couldn't handle it. So then I found these sticky notes? Who calls them sticky notes? Sticky notes that my husband left me like ages ago. And it says Sellers, if you can't read that. Wait, it says Flip. What's on the other side? Oh, I love you. Yeah. So, you know, some mementos and I'm trying to find, oh, and I put in receipts as well. I got this idea from Cassandra. I don't know. Hey girl. She puts receipts and stuff like that in her journal, which I thought was a really fun idea, just to go back and see what you ordered and that kind of a thing. You know, if it was like a special memory or something like that. But the bad thing about that is that the receipts kind of wear out over time, especially if you put tape on it. It just kind of disintegrates the ink. This was from when oops, it's out of focus. Oh no, out of focus. Okay. From when I started my candle company a few years back, I think in 2012. It's gone now. I don't have it anymore. But this was just, you know, testing scents and like the first labels that I did, which were handmade. And that was fun. A little promo that I made up. And then another thing, I don't want to show like the full, you know, page here, but another thing for journaling for so long, I can go back and copy pages from journals or diaries or whatever you want to call them and stick them in my current journal as a reference. And that's what I did here. This is my friend from high school. I don't remember my best friend from high school. I don't remember why I put that in there, but there you have it. And I'm trying to get through this kind of quick because now my battery is running low. So yeah, anyway. And then I felt really bad about not writing for 4 years. And so I really felt it was like a mission to catch up on those kind of lost years. So I wrote about our honeymoon and added some pictures to it. That's my husband riding a Jeep. We were on a little excursion around the island of Aruba. And the water there is absolutely breathtaking. If you ever have a chance to go, I recommend it. Yeah, the place was awesome. I hope I get to go again one day. I'm just lucky I got to go once. Then I wrote about how we moved into our own apartment, and you can see the moving boxes there in the back. And it was actually on New Year's Eve, so we have our little sparkling wine, I think that was, there. And then I just showed, yeah, these pictures turned out really dark because I had the printer on the wrong setting, so oops. Yeah, I just showed, like, you know, wait, I think there was another page. I think I skipped one. Oh, there we go. Like, the layout of our apartment and bedroom, that kind of thing. And then I had an old planner from 2012, and it showed, or actually 2011, 2012, yeah. Because then I wanted to show, I am blanking here. Oh, that we signed the lease on this date and that kind of stuff. So I Xeroxed this page and stuck it in there. And then in that same planner, I found a map. And I wanted to show, like, where our honeymoon site was. And sorry, I feel like my camera keeps going out of focus and it's kind of driving me crazy. Anyway, so I put that in there just as a reference for, you know, later on, and it's kind of cool to put stuff like that in there. And then I have my old business card for my candles. I think we're almost done here. This is when I first got glasses back in 2012. I hate glasses. I really wish my eyesight was good enough without them. Oh, this was from Mother's Day that year. It was my first Mother's Day that I cooked by myself, you know, and I live in a different state than my mom. So I unfortunately couldn't spend it with her, but I spent it with my mother-in-law. And this is a horrible Instagram picture with, like, the 3 grids here, whatever. What are those called? I'm blanking. Anyhow, like, I made muffins. I made my own cheese ball. I actually made that salsa. So I was pretty proud of that. And I guess wanted to, you know, show or share, I should say. Oh, this is back when I was doing my candles as well. I would have, like, little candle shows at my apartment and would kind of group the scents together and have everybody come over and, you know, have a sniff and, you know, see which ones they wanted. This is our first Christmas in our apartment. We had a 4-footer tree that I decorated, and then the next day my husband brought home our 6-foot tree as a gift. So yeah, I got to decorate twice that year, which was fun because I love Christmas. I think it's, I don't know, I just love it. I love all the decorations and, you know, the lights. It's a cozy time of year for me. I love it. And that year, I remember I would turn on the tree in the morning to have my breakfast. I would make my coffee, get my oatmeal, and just sit by the tree and just enjoy the light. And that was it. And this was these are 2 pictures that we used on our Christmas card that year. Oh, this was from our high school graduation. We graduated the same year. He just has all of his, you know, graduation gown and hat off. And of course I wanted to keep it on because I'm sentimental. Why did I stick this in here? I think I was just remembering our graduation because our niece graduated last year, and so I just added that in. And this is actually us at that graduation. Oh my Lord. There we go. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, and then I was continuing to catch up here in the journal. Yeah, 11 years of Valentine's. It's been a few more since then. I did this with I actually did this with PicMonkey if anybody uses that, and just printed out the picture. And that year we visited a winery that had like a tasting or a pairing, or I don't know what it's called. I really don't drink wine, to be perfectly honest. I know that's like crazy, right? But you tasted like each chocolate had like a pairing with wine or something like that. And that's also from that day. Oh, yeah. I like Hanson, in case anybody was wondering, and I was pretty excited about their new album coming out. This is from the first time I went apple picking. I think this was in 2013. Yeah. Apple picking. This is my first apple pie that I ever made from the apples that we picked from apple picking. I was pretty proud of it. Oh, this is what I decorated our apartment with that year. I was pretty happy about those gold placemats. Oh, and then some more decorations there. Okay, and then I think we're coming to the end here. This was at the end of 2013, and I'm still catching up on my journal at this point, obviously. I was making candles and making a batch of fudge at the same time. If anybody who's ever made fudge before, you have to stand there for ages. Oh, and this is our first Christmas here at my in-laws, or back at my in-laws in their basement. We're saving up to buy a house and, you know, move on and that kind of a thing. The 4-foot tree was back out. And I think that's it. Okay, so I think I'm going to end it there for now. And in the next video, we will go through this one. This one I'm pretty excited to get into because there's a lot more in this one, and it's actually one of my favorite journals that I've ever written in. So yeah, you can look forward to that in the next video. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and if you have any questions or any suggestions or anything like that, please let me know. All right, guys, bye.